Hey guys, back with a pretty serious video, pretty disappointing one. Um, I went to the doctors yesterday and I found out that I'm done for this season and I'm pretty much going to be done for baseball season too. And it's pretty sad, but I'm going to just talk through kind of like what happened and I'll just sum it up for you there. So it all started last year. I'd just been cut from the baseball team, which I was pretty pissed about. But I mean, there were a lot of good athletes out there, a lot of good players. So I mean, it was tough, and I didn't really have a good tryout. So football coach had been looking at me to play for a while, and same with a bunch of my friends who were on the team. So I decided why not? Should be fun. So I signed up to be on the team. My boys were supporting me. Coach one was he wanted me to do well, and then so summer came around, or spring workouts came. Those went by pretty easily. Summer weights and conditioning, that was so tough, but I got through that too while playing summer baseball, which was really fun. And then first week of padded practices comes, and then it was hard work. It really was, but man, I'm just lost right now. So first week goes by, had our little team scrimmage, got to play in that. Then Monday comes along. I make it through practice, and then Tuesday comes, and I can just remember like it was yesterday. So it was during defensive tackle drills. I was making a tackle on my teammate, and when I was making the tackle, I kind of ran up, made contact with the guy, and then I kind of landed on my knee or on my leg when it was straight. So my knee pretty much I felt a pop. I heard a pop. I was really scared. I just fell on the ground. The trainer got me off the field and she started looking at it, and I didn't think I could move it at first, but then when I started moving it, it felt good. So then I kind of sat out for a couple drills, and then I was like, you know what, I'm fine. Let me go back in. So I go back in to some defensive drills, and then once I get off, it's like, when you're in your stance and you get off, I got up and I felt my knee pop again. I'm like, you know what, no, I can't do this. So the trainer told me to sit out the rest of practice, and she said it's probably going to be sore tomorrow or the next day. So I went home that day. I iced it down. I didn't want to get it looked at yet because I thought maybe if I just ice it and rest it, it should be better. And that night I could not sleep. I couldn't sleep. The pain hurt so much. I could barely walk. I took a ton of Advil, and I just iced it so much. So then the next day of practice, I had to sit out. I sat out actually the rest of the week without practicing, and then we had a scrimmage, and I had to sit that out. I still refrained from seeing a doctor because I thought it was getting better. To be honest, it really was getting better. Like I could bend it and stuff, and everything was working out and moving along smoothly. And then the next week came, week one. We had our first game that week. I sat out practice again the whole week. I didn't expect to play on Saturday, so I didn't dress out for the game. We handled business, and we were 1-0. So then practice starts up again. It's kind of the same routine. Well, actually, Monday was pretty much when they wanted me to see a doctor. So I scheduled an appointment. I got seen Wednesday morning, or I got an MRI actually. I got seen a week ago. Got an MRI. And then Friday on game day, I had to get the results. I didn't think anything was gonna be wrong, to be honest, guys. I thought, hey, just sit out a couple days, you'll be fine. Because I mean, I was walking, I could jog, I could bend it, I can get into like a half squat, but not a full squat. You know what I mean? Like I thought I was gonna be able to play that night. So I had to travel separately because I was gonna meet the team at the away field we were gonna play. Because my appointment was at 4:15. The bus left around 4:45. So I get to San Ramon with my mom, and then we get into the room, and then the doctor comes in, looks at my MRI scans. Obviously I'm not the doctor, guys. I don't know what, this stuff looks like. And first thing he does is he says, "Hey man, you tore your ACL." And when I heard those words, my heart literally sunk to the bottom of my stomach. To be honest, at first, guys, I thought he was kidding. I actually thought he was kidding. And like when he kept talking about it, I was like, "Hey man, come on, dude, this ain't funny." And he's like, "Yeah, you tore your ACL, man. I don't know what to say to you." And I said, what's the timetable, man? Like, when am I gonna be back on the field? And my like questions were just firing off in my head. Like, hey, when am I gonna get back to, like, I'm gonna be able to play a football game, right? I'm gonna be able to play baseball again, right? I'm gonna be able to weight lift and squat and do all that good stuff, right? And he's like, "Well, dude, you're gonna have to get surgery." Like, it completely tore off. If I had the scans, I would show you, but I could see it. It was just kind of like a flag, just like loose and just like in there, just hanging out. And he points it out to me, and I'm like, "Okay, well then what's the timetable?" And he says, "You're probably going to be done for the rest of the season." And of course that hurts. That sucks. But I mean, through all that disappointment, I was like, "Hey, at least I can still play baseball, right?" And he's like, "Well, where do you, like, when does your season start?" I'm like, "February." And he's like, "I don't know if you're going to be back in time for that." And I'm like, "Well, when am I going to be able to come back and play sports?" And he's like, "The soonest I can get you back is by next summer." And after that, all his words just didn't even sound like words anymore. I just stopped listening. My head just dropped in my hands, and I was bawling. And the doctor, he's trying to cheer me up and stuff. He's like, "Hey man, you're in good hands. We're gonna get you back, and you're gonna get through this." And man, it was really tough. It really struck my heart that I'm not gonna be able to finish what I started. I'm not gonna be able to go out there with my brothers on Friday nights. I'm not gonna be able to, try and make the varsity team, for my senior year. And I'm not gonna be able to, play any sports senior year for my school. And it really stinks. I mean, I thought this was gonna be the year I was gonna have my big break. I was gonna be the guy walking around campus, representing his school in two sports, football, baseball. But it's tough. Especially, I mean, I kind of look back on all the work I put into this season, like all the extra lifting, all the conditioning, went out, to the fields with my friends, go hit baseballs, throw, um, do some extra conditioning for football to get ready for the season, and it was tough. So, the first person I called after that was obviously my coach. I told him, hey, I'm out for this season, and my coach is, I could just hear the disappointment in his voice. Not that he's mad, obviously, but, he really wanted me to do well, and I really wanted to do well, and I know I could have done well, and it's just, it hurts. It really did. I left the office that day. I'd taken a separate car because my mom had to come with me, and she was just going to go home, and I was going to go to the game. But I just told my coach, hey, man, I'm not going to go. And he's like, yeah, it's all good, just go home, rest, and, rest up and just, get better. I'm like, yeah, for sure. But, I was pumping slaps in the car because, I thought I was going to be going to Newark and going to suit up and, maybe play. But when I got in my car, I just turned the radio off and I just started driving. And on that drive, I just literally thought of all this, like the first day of practice, first time, playing baseball, and it's just terrible, man. Like, it was honestly just the longest drive home ever. And then, I got home, and my dad's waiting for me, and I just sit in my car, or I open up the trunk, and I just sit in my trunk, and I just start bawling. And I just cried so much, just because, like, is it actually over? Like, I'm not going to be able to do any of this awesome stuff anymore. And, man, dude, I've had about 24 hours to let the dust settle, and it just kind of became clear to me that, I just need to recover as quick as possible and bounce back. And even if I'm not even if I can't play baseball anymore, play football anymore, like, I could still go out there, support my guys on the field. It's in the middle of the season right now, or at the beginning of the season right now. Need to support my brothers, and yeah. But that night, I was just kind of, I was really quiet. I didn't do much. Family tried to cheer me up, which they always do, but that night it was tough. It was really hard to do that. And then a bunch of my friends and teammates and fellow students, they just start, Instagramming, texting, Snapchatting me, hey, heard what happened. Hope you get well soon, we're praying for you, that stuff, that stuff keeps me going, and, it just tells me that, hey, man, it's not your fault, stuff happens for a reason, you just gotta trust God. And, I really do believe in that. I believe, everything happens for a reason, that, even through the tough times, that, something good can come out of it. And this will be another way for me to test my faith and, persevere and do better things. I'm obviously sad and heartbroken that I'm not going to be able to finish what I started, but at least, I'm just glad I can still stand and walk, and, that I'm still healthy and stuff. But man, it's just tough. It's just tough that had to happen to me. Ask questions. Why me? I'm a good guy. There's other people out there that don't deserve it, but no. I just learned that I can't, ask myself stupid questions like that and expect that, you know, a better result. But it's just really tough. I mean, it really is tough. But details haven't really been like, set for like when the surgery is. But I'm gonna have to do like physical therapy and rehab stuff, which will, be interesting. But I think I'm gonna try and vlog it all and bring you guys along my journey to recovery, and just to get back to where I am. I'll show you guys, what I gotta do to persevere, and hopefully, the support's already good, man. Like, you guys are super awesome, giving me support, telling me to keep going. I really appreciate that, and God bless you all. But yeah, this is gonna be a really tough challenge, but I know I'm not alone. I got my family here, my friends, my coaches, and of course Jesus Christ. And it's going to be a challenge, and I am up for the challenge, and I know that God has plans for me, and that I just have to trust in Him, and the results will come. The results will really come. But I just want to thank you guys for listening. I just needed to talk and kind of, sit back and kind of reflect on all the things that have happened in probably the last 24 hours or last month, because I had a lot of questions, but I got the harsh answer. But thank you guys for watching. I mean, if you really like this video, you can like it, subscribe if you haven't. But we're gonna get through this journey together, guys, and I'm gonna bring you guys along for the ride. So thanks, guys.